I'm Julian, and I do cool things. Waking up early is not one of them. It's Memorial Day. I don't have to work today. It's been raining for like 2 days straight. It's been miserable. My oldest daughter is going out with a friend today. My youngest daughter, she's grounded. And the one who helped me make them both, she's on her period. And since it's been raining, the boys have not been out much in the past few days. So I think I know what we need to do. I'm gonna wake up soon. No, really. I'm gonna get up.
By their own rules. Boog and Weston had allegedly devised a daring shoplifting scheme that netted enough cash to feed their drug habits.
You got to be pretty gutsy to walk into a mall and lift merchandise, especially nowadays with all these sensors that are posted at these places.
Bud, either move or lay down or something. Oh. Buddy.
This here is a 2016 Can-Am Renegade 570. This is one of my toys. The Can-Am 570 comes with a V-twin, 2-cylinder, electronically fuel-injected 4-stroke engine. The transmission is continuously variable, otherwise known as CVT transmission, which means you don't have to shift through the gears. Hydraulic disc brakes in both the front and the rear, and selectable 2-wheel or 4-wheel drive. This machine boasts what some would consider to be a modest 47 horsepower, but considering the fact that this thing weighs in at around 650 pounds stock, that's enough. I haven't done much to this machine as far as modifications go. I did the Pro Taper high-rise bars. I've done an aluminum billet shifter plate and aluminum billet water neck, and I've upgraded the fuel pump. In addition to that, I've put on my standard pack-out mount with obligatory pack-out gear. I've already texted my daughter, asking her to go ahead and let the boys out, so I'm sure they hear this thing running. Well, one boy, two boys. Hi, boys. Hi, buddies. Hey, do you know what we're getting ready to go do? Huh? You know what we're getting ready to go do? Huh? That one's ready. Boogie! I guess I should introduce the boys. This is Chomp. Chomp is a Rottweiler. Chomp is a great lap dog. He really is quite the protector too. Nothing gets past Chomp. This here is Boogie. Boogie is an Alapaha Blue Blood Bulldog. Yep, I'll say that again for you. Alapaha Blue Blood Bulldog. It's quite a mouthful, isn't it? Boog is one of the most exceptional animals I've ever met in my life. Boog has a heart of gold, but sometimes you'd think he has a head full of rocks. Always happy, always ready for an adventure, and just a great companion to have. think someone's ready to go. He's ready to go too. You boys ready to go? You guys want to go? Yeah. You want to go for a dirty run? All right. Hey, 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 you stop it. You knocked that off. Hey, what did I say to you? Enough. Stop. 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 Stop, or you will be sent inside. Boogie, stop! God, you're so annoying. Go. Get moving. Go. 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 Come on, buddy. Come on, boys. You can move him down. It's muddy. Go, buddy. Keep moving, bud. Look at you. Look at you. Lovely boy. Wonderful boy. Coming in a little hot, bud. The thing about bourbon makes all your dirty worries just go away. Chomp sees something. Whoa. Oh, you're so gross. Yeah, you're so gross. Go get it. Chomp, you lazy. You lazy. You want one? You want to go get it too? Go. Oh. Buggy, you are greedy. One of the things about a dirty run is that you get dirty. Come here. Okay. Hey, stop drinking that. Hey! Hey! That's not moving. You know, every time I come down here to this spot where this little waterfall is, I'm reminded of something funny that happened a while back after my family and I had moved into this place. At the time, we had this awesome little English bulldog named Beef. Beef was such a great dog. I used to take Beef everywhere with me. I mean, he was my best friend. He was the true definition of a road dog. And it was so cool. It was like no matter where we were or what we were doing, he just always had this way of making friends. And you know, I don't consider myself to be a social person very much, but Beef definitely opened up a lot of social situations that I never would have gotten myself into if it hadn't been for him, you know. So hard to say that a dog has a personality because they're technically not a person, but Beef was definitely a great example of like what a good dog's demeanor should be. He was great. But anyway, you know, one day shortly after we moved into our home up here on top of the hill, I was working in the driveway doing something, and Beef was just out in the yard playing with his basketball. He had this basketball that he would constantly obsess over. Like, it was his absolute favorite thing in the world. It was crazy. And even though he was like pretty good with his other toys when we would tell him to drop it and things like that, he just seemed to protect this basketball like it was the only thing in the world that mattered to him. It could be so hard to take it from him sometimes because he would just prop himself on top of it, all 95 to 100 pounds of him just holding it down. And you know, he would borderline die defending this thing if he had to. So anyway, you know, out there working in the driveway, and all of a sudden I realized that I don't hear Beef anymore. So I start looking around the yard and I didn't see him anywhere. So I worked my way around to the backyard and I didn't see him there either. I'm calling him and nothing. It was just kind of unusual for him. So it definitely took me a second to figure it out because Beef wasn't the type of dog to just roam off too far. But once I put two and two together and started looking around, I realized that what probably had happened was that Beef had pushed his basketball down the hill there, off the edge of the property and down here into the woods. So I started walking down here through the woods to find him. I'm calling him, and eventually I got all the way down to here, which is not a short walk from the house. If I had to guess, it's probably like a half mile or so. And it's definitely a decline on the way down, and it's an exhausting incline on the way back up too if you're not on a four-wheeler. So but anyway, sure enough, here he was, neck high in this water. I guess it had rained a bunch, you know, the day or two before that. And here he is, just fighting furiously to get this basketball out of the water. He was so frustrated. He was so pissed. It was hilarious. If you could have been there, you know, that type of thing. But he was just completely worn out, exhausted, wet, dirty, filthy. And he just had this look on his face that, you know, even though he knew he did something wrong, he didn't regret it the least little bit. I mean, if he would have followed that basketball for another 20 miles down this creek if he had to, I'm sure of it. But unfortunately, Beef passed away a few years ago. You know, miss him every single day, that's for sure. Definitely left an impression on all of us. But he taught me a lot about what it is to be a good caregiver to these animals. He was my first dog as an adult, and you know, I gotta say, I also learned a lot about myself too while we had him. I used to think that dog people were kind of weird. Like, I used to think that these over-the-top dog people just didn't have the ability to form meaningful connections with people, and so they chose dogs instead. It's just what I thought. I didn't know any better. But what I failed to realize at the time was that in addition to being a loyal companion who they'll love you unconditionally, and they'll have your back pretty much no matter what if you treat them well. Dogs often tend to take on the aura of their family. They mimic what we do, and they learn from our cues. They definitely learn our expectations, and you know, I think if you provide them the stability, leadership that they need, they kind of just mold themselves to your lifestyle, and it's a pretty cool thing. Not too many other animals do that. I also think that, you know, if you're the type of person who wants to do a deep dive into who you are as a person, and you happen to have a dog, they can serve as a great reflection in the mirror of who you are. I don't think there's good dogs and bad dogs. I think the dogs who get labeled as bad dogs generally just had bad upbringings from bad people. I think most of the dogs that people call bad dogs are just products of bad environments. Could be inconsistent leadership, neglect, fearful situations, be a bunch of things. But a lot like kids, and I guess every single one of us for that matter, we're really just products of our environment. And for those who have dogs, you know, might sound simple, but the truth is, just be a good person. You'll raise good dogs. You're taking the hard way, pal. You got it. Good boy. Stop that! Let's go! Get out of the way, bud. Come on, go, go. Keep it moving. Watch out, buddy. No, no. No, no. Come on, let's go. I don't know about you, Boog, but I'm going this way. Watch out, bud. Come on, you gotta create a little space, pal. Look at you. Oh goodness. Wow. Wow. So dirty. Oh, so dirty. Oh, goodness. Absolutely ridiculous. One of the things that always goes well with the woods is beer. What are you doing? What do you do? Are you a dog or are you a pig? I enjoy these dirty runs. It's a good excuse to come out and enjoy the woods. It's a good excuse to let the boys be boys. This is the fun part. The not so fun part comes later when we have to clean up. These are two disgusting dogs. Oh, buddy. Buddy. Don't drink it. It's gross. Wow. That's dirty. What have you done? What have you done, Boogie? Such good boys. Such good boys. Such good boys. Such good dirty boys. Yeah, man. Alright, well, I am f***ing dirty. And these dogs, they're dirty too. I think we accomplished our mission to do a dirty run. If you guys like this sort of thing, please hit the like button, subscribe, and drop a comment if you wish. I need your support in order to continue doing this. So until next time, deuces.
Oh my goodness, look at you. What have you done?